Dorothea Wong, you have become an aerospace industry leader. Starting as a process development engineer, you ultimately progressed to Director of Strategy and Development, responsible for driving mergers and acquisitions in 2007 for Pratt & Whitney aircraft engines. In 2008, you became Director of Aerospace Supply Chain for United Technologies, and in 2010, UTC appointed you Director of Global Strategic Sourcing. In 2011, you were tasked to lead the supply chain integration for Hamilton Sundstrand, a subsidiary of UTC. As a result of the largest acquisition in aviation history, you now serve as Director of Supply Chain Integration for United Technologies Aerospace Systems because UTC purchased Goodrich. We also honor and thank you for your leadership as a WPI trustee. Dorothea, the WPI Alumni Association is proud to recognize you for these and many other accomplishments with the Ichabod Washburn Young Alumni Award for Professional Achievement.
So good evening, everyone. I also wanted to thank the Alumni Association for this recognition. It's so kind, and I just have a few words myself. Down memory lane here. I wanted to thank everybody that's supporting WPI today, because it is a legacy that continues to grow, and definitely under the leadership of Dr. Berkey. He's done a tremendous job over the course of the last few years, and it's fantastic to see how the campus has flourished under his leadership. You know, 20 years ago, I can't even believe it, 20 years ago now for us, there's a few folks in the room tonight that are being recognized. You know, Ellen, Mike, myself, Kim, it's unbelievable. And Miles, we were all in the same kind of era and gotten quite a bit of trouble sometimes together. There's a few things. I saw the goat is in the room in somebody's backpack, which is pretty fabulous because there is a story where Mike, Ellen, and I had to write a contract. We had to sign a contract. Mike has it. You have to show it to everyone, Mike, if you can. He doesn't know what I'm talking about. So we had 92 minutes to return the goat. Otherwise, we could never be a part of the Alumni Association. So it's good that we sprinted, I'll say that, you know. So it's really, truly this institution that's helped shape me in my career and in life. And just wanted to quickly wish a thanks to my family who always supports me. My mom, who's a PhD grad from WPI, actually, class of 93. So she was on campus the same time I was, which was pretty cool. Graduated a year after me, and I couldn't be more proud of her. My dad let me come to WPI. I had a full scholarship to another school for basketball, and he still reached in his pocket and said, "You should go where you want to go." And I said, "Dad, you know, this is where I want to go." So I was really happy to be able to do that and have that opportunity. My husband, Alex, who's at home with my son right now, and he's been really ill, so there's a commitment there. And my daughter, who's quiet in her chair. I mean, it's unbelievable, right? So, so I'm pretty thankful. I have no regrets. I mean, you know, the friends here I made were just incredible. Terry's here, you know, I mean, it's just awesome to see everybody here. I love WPI, and I love everything about it. One of the things I was thinking, you know, about what makes Impact for WPI, why is it so special? And, you know, we had a few email exchanges before coming here tonight, and somebody wrote, I owe everything I am to DACA. You know, I'm not sure. For those of you who weren't in that era, that's, you know, kind of the food service at the time, and I'm sure they're much better now, by the way. So, you know, I said, boy, you know, what has impacted me, and what has impacted us as WPI grads? And so when you think about it, there's some keen memories. You know, we had a Florida spring break. Mike, remember that? He forced me to go by train down to Florida. I'm in aerospace now, so, you know, it's just against my grain. Getting the Gompy goat engraved with 92 was a big, proud moment for us. And the rope pull, which I was right in, the RA Life, and Janet Richardson. I just have to say thank you for all of your patience and kindness through the years. You've been a true inspiration in leadership. You're a class act. Some major hours in the basement of the library, which is like the quietest place on earth. They've done decibel testing over there. Kinematics with Professor Norton. He asked us to design a V6 engine in 2 weeks, and all he gave us was a bore-stroke ratio, and I didn't know what an engine was, so I had a small problem there. It was kind of a good thing to develop that knowledge because I ended up working for a jet engine company, so that was kind of helpful in the career path to know what it was. And then 4 years later, you end out exiting WPI, and it's ironic. This is the Washburn Award. I went into work, and I was one of the only engineers that actually knew how to weld. And all the other people in the room that knew how to weld were from WPI. And it was a class called grunge, and we loved grunge. I mean, grunge was where it's at, you figured out light tight, and you figured out how to grind, and you figured out all of how to make stuff. And ultimately, at the end of the day, that really helped us in our career and being able to talk the talk and walk the walk and be able to understand what you're doing at work. And so when you come through professionally, that always helps, right? To be able to know what you're doing and to be able to go up to a guy that's worked and grinding for more than you've been alive and ask him questions and be able to soak up that knowledge. And so that gave us confidence holistically. So what I came away with, maybe gas station was definitely an analogy, full service. For me, it was the passion. When you love what you do, that's really a differentiator in life. And I think WPI has a passion that it infuses in the students. I'll give you a few examples. Professor Boyd, I don't know if you recall Professor Boyd, he was writing a thermodynamic equation at one time, and he ran out of board space, so he started writing on the wall. And he didn't want to interrupt what he was teaching, and he just wanted to explain and have people come away with that immersed in their blood. And that really is what happens. The passion of understanding, the passion of teaching, the passion to be able to break the rules sometimes, and the passion to get away with it, right? And the passion to learn from it, too. So the passion of leaders like Dr. Berkey, who's really stepped it up for our school. He turned red into black. He's been able to make this institution not only healthy, but also prosperous and a very giving culture for our students. The Rec Center is a prime example of this. It's amazing to me that an institution the size of WPI can have such a beautiful place for everyone. And how many campuses think about that, right? Not many. So I believe that WPI is differentiated by having the passion to change the world. And specifically classes that focus on topics like feeding the world, powering the world, and healing the world. I mean, that's what our future's about. I want a world for my child and my children and my children's children to thrive and to be able to have, enjoy the luxuries of life that we enjoy and enjoy the spirit of each other. So I'm so grateful for the passion that WPI has and the people, and the largest lesson that I was given overall. Thank you so much, WPI.